Ladies and gentlemen, we will call the Board of Zoning Appeals regular meeting to order. The date is Monday, September 11th, 2023. The time is 6 o'clock. We have a roll call.
Ms. Deering? Mr. Craddock?
Here.
Mr. Yeaman?
Here.
Mr. Brumfield? Mr. Stone?
Here.
Mr. Merricks?
Yeah.
Mr. Easley?
Here. Thank you. If you all would, please rise and join us in a moment of silence. We need to remember this special anniversary, and if you will, continue to remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Members of the board, before you, you have the agenda for the meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? I would entertain a motion for approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, got a motion. Do we have a second? We have a second. Mr. Yeaman?
Can I do it on here somewhere?
I don't know. Here we go.
Okay.
And then do we need to hit save, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, the agenda was passed 6-0. You also have in your packet the minutes from the August board meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes?
I move that we approve.
Okay, we have a motion for approval. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second. All those in favor, please make it known by voting.
I think I messed up. Wait a minute. I don't have a vote thing.
What is your vote? I'll take it verbally. You
Yes.
approve? You approve the minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, motion is passed. Thank you. Any old business?
I just want to remind everyone that next month, in October, it will actually be on Wednesday because your meeting is going to be moved from Monday in October to Thursday due to Columbus Day. But on that Wednesday before your meeting in October, we will have the final workshop for the zoning ordinance update. This will be a recap of the entire ordinance, so this will be your chance to ask any final questions of the Berkeley group and make any proposed changes, recommendations before it goes to the public comment period.
Okay. On old business, anything from the dock appeal? Excuse me.
Nothing that I can state in the public setting at this time. If the board would like a closed session for an update on litigation, we can certainly do that.
Okay, all right, thank you, sir. And I will not be at the October meeting, so Mr. Merrick said he would take care of it in my stead.
Okay, thank you for letting us know.
Yes. New business?
Just letting you all know that we will have a meeting next month. We do have one special use permit, and that's for a transmission line for AEP. But that will be the only case, and like I said, that meeting will be moved from your normal Monday to the Thursday of that week, and still at 6 p.m., just due to Columbus Day being a holiday on Monday.
Very good. Chairman's report, Do you have an update on Ms. Deering?
I have not heard any update on Ms. Deering.
Okay, for the board's information, I spoke with Ms. Deering. She apparently has some kind of a muscular condition or something that she's lost all control of her muscles. She says that she can move her hands, but and she can obviously talk, but she had made mention that she would have to resign from the Board of Zoning Appeals, so I don't know where we are on that.
Is she in a nursing home?
She was in a Gretna nursing home, and then when I talked to her, she was at home.
Oh, okay.
And then I tried to reach her again by cell phone, and I never did get her, so I have not talked to her any time recently. All right, let's proceed then. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to Article 5, Division 7 of the Pittsylvania County Zoning Ordinance, we, the Board of Zoning Appeals, have been empowered to hear and decide specific applications and appeals in support of said ordinance. In accomplishing this important task, we are charged with promoting the health, safety, and general welfare of the citizens of Pittsylvania County. We must ensure that all our decisions and recommendations be directed to these goals and that each be consistent with the environment, the comprehensive plan, and in the best interest of Pittsylvania County, its citizens, and its posterity. Anyone here to speak to the board other than the applicant regarding zoning cases will be limited to 3 minutes. All right, we will open the public hearing of case S-23-009. The time is 6:07. Michael Blackwell, special use permit for public garage. Ms. Ragsdale, your report.
Case S-23-009, Michael Blackwell has petitioned for a special use permit on 8.5 acres located on State Road 863 Lanier's Mill Road in the Chatham-Blair's election district for a public garage. On August 1st, 2023, the Planning Commission recommended by a 7-0 vote with no opposition that the special use permit be granted with the conditions recommended by staff. Staff summaries enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Michael Blackwell is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Blackwell, you have anything you'd like to say to the board in support of your application? Hold your microphone, or the microphone may not be on. I don't know.
Push your button up towards you. There you go.
There you go.
You got it.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Just like to open a automotive garage at the house. You know, I have a nice shop anyway, personally, and I'd like to possibly, me and my son, you know, do some automotive work out of it, if possible.
Any questions from the board? All right, thank you, sir. We may have some after we discuss the case. Just leave it on. Thank you. Anyone signed up to speak?
We don't have anyone signed up.
Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak in regard to this case? All right, we will close case S-23-009. The time is 6:09. Okay, the staff has recommended that the case be approved and if the two conditions, repair activities shall be contained within an enclosed structure. An inoperable vehicle shall comply with Chapter 9 of the Pennsylvania County Code, and must be stored in an area screened in accordance with PCC 35-121. Comments? Do I hear a recommendation or motion?
I think we should look at recommending a positive motion.
All right, sir. I'll read a positive motion, and then we can consider a motion and a second to that. Whereas Michael Blackwell has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a special use permit for the repair of automobiles, public garage, and whereas we find no substantial detriment to adjacent property, that the character of the zoning district will not be changed thereby, and that such use will be in harmony with the purpose and intent of the ordinance. Whereas there are no significant adverse effects upon adjacent property that cannot be mitigated through conditions, I move the special use permit be granted with the following conditions. Repair activities shall be contained within an enclosed structure. Inoperable vehicles shall comply with Chapter 9 of the Pennsylvania County Zone and must be stored in an area screened in accordance with PCC 35-121.
So moved.
Okay, we've got a motion, positive motion from Mr. Craddock.
Second.
We've got a second from Mr. Stone. All those in favor of approval of the application, make it known by voting.
Okay, thank you.
I had it that
It was up there for me.
I hit it before it went away.
Gotta be on your toes, don't you?
I think it carried, I'm not sure.
How did we do it?
It passed.
Okay. By 6-0?
Yes.
Okay. The application passed by a 6-0 vote, so congratulations, y'all. Good luck with your project. All right, the time is now 6:12. We will open case S-23-010. Joseph Reynolds is requesting a special use permit for the placement of a double-wide mobile home. Ms. Ragsdale?
Case S-23-010, Joseph Reynolds has petitioned for a special use permit on 0.88 acres located on State Road 851 Peach Orchard Road in the Tunstall Election District for the placement of a double-wide mobile home. On August 1st, 2023, the Planning Commission recommended by a 7-0 vote with no opposition that the special use permit be granted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Joseph Reynolds is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Reynolds? Do you have anything you'd like to say in support of your application? All right. Thank you. I may have some questions for you in a minute. Anyone from the public sign up to speak?
No one signed up.
Is there anyone that would like to speak? All right, with that being said, the time is 6:13, and we will close the public hearing on case S-23-010. Comments?
Mr. Chairman, I believe a positive motion to be in effect. I don't think.
Okay. We'll read a positive motion, see how that goes. Whereas Joseph Reynolds has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a special use permit for placement of a double-wide mobile home, and whereas we find no substantial detriment to adjacent property, that the character of the zoning district will not be changed thereby, and that such use will be in harmony with the purpose and intent of the ordinance, I move the special use permit be granted.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, make it known.
Okay.
All right, your motion is passed. Thank you, sir. All right. The time is now 6:15. We will open the public hearing for case S-23-011. Joy Hardy with applying for a special use permit for a private club. Ms. Ragsdale?
Case S-23-011, Joy Hardy has petitioned for a special use permit on 23.39 acres located on State Road 878, Duncan Drive, in the Danerville Election District for a private club. On August 1st, 2023, the Planning Commission recommended by a 7-0 vote with no opposition that the special use permit be granted. Staff summaries enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Joy Hardy is here to represent the petition.
Ms. Hardy, do you have anything you'd like to say in support of your application? Okay, would you do us a favor if you would and come down?
Like I said at the last meeting, it's for the Pennsylvania County SPCA for us to have our annual fundraiser. It's called the Pupapalooza.
Is that generally what you have there is the SPCA fundraiser?
Well, last year was our first year, and as I said, I forgot, we didn't know that we had to do all this, and so we want to be in compliance this year.
Very good. Any questions for the applicant? Okay, we may have some after we close. Thank you. Anyone signed up to speak?
No one has signed up.
Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak? All right, the time is 6:16. We will close case S, the public hearing on case S-23-011. Comments?
I think it gives a positive motion.
Okay. Now, the planning, the staff has recommended 3 conditions for the approval. Are there any other conditions, add to, take away from? We satisfied with those 3 conditions? I'll read a positive motion, see if we can get a motion and a second. Whereas Joy, excuse me, whereas Joy Hardy has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a special use permit for a public club, And whereas we find no substantial detriment to adjacent property, that the character of the zoning district will not be changed thereby, and that such use will be in harmony with the purpose and intent of the ordinance, and whereas there are no significant adverse effects upon adjacent property that cannot be mitigated through conditions, I move the special use permit be granted with the following conditions. Any outdoor club events or outdoor music must end by 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday and by midnight 12 a.m. Friday through Sunday. Must remain in compliance with the Pennsylvania County Noise Ordinance and must remain in compliance with all applicable Virginia Department of Health regulations.
I believe it's a private club instead of a public.
I misspoke. It's a public club.
It is a public.
It is.
So
Okay,
this,
yeah, all right.
so this motion says private, so that'll be corrected.
Yes, it should be public.
It sure does, right, yeah, because the statement says public.
Okay.
So moved.
We got a motion?
Second.
And a second. Now, Ms. Hardy, before we proceed further, are you in agreement with the 3 conditions that? Okay, would you like to come back down? That way we're all sure we're on the same page.
Maybe I misunderstood, but I heard music must be in by 10, Monday through Thursday,
Right,
and by 12.
on Friday.
On Friday,
through
Saturday.
Through Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to end by 8, but then I heard just abide by the noise ordinance. I didn't hear anything else.
And then must remain in compliance with applicable Virginia Department of Health regulations,
Oh,
which are bathrooms, water, that sort of thing.
It mostly will apply to your catering, so any food that's served to the public, et cetera, you'll need to run that by them. Food trucks that you have to be permitted, et cetera.
but if it's a fundraiser, like we were going to have a Brunswick stew, do they have to have a license?
You'll need to check with them, I'm not sure. But you can call the Department of Health and they can tell you what all their
okay.
regulations are.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second for the 3 conditions. All those in favor make it known by voting. All right, your motion passed 6-0. Thank you all for coming out. Good luck with your fundraisers. Folks, this meeting is adjourned.